What is included in the free plan of Notion, and can you get away with just using that for business? That was a question from one of the members in my Notion for Online Business community. I'll leave details about how you can join in the description. So that's what we're going to answer today. So this has changed recently, which I didn't realise, because I've always been on the free or plus plan, and until quite recently I had access to Notion AI. It was kind of like a add-on for the plus or free version. You could bolt on AI, but that has now changed and you have to be on the business plan to use Notion AI, which is very frustrating because I made lots of tools using Notion AI, but now I think based on the people I like to help, I'm going to have to back away from the AI side of things because really they're going to be looking more at the free or plus versions. The only other thing that I would say is worth paying for to get the plus plan is charts. I think you get one chart, or you did used to get one chart with the free plan. Charts are a kind of new view that's been created as part of databases, but it's one that's only available in paid plans, and I'll show you charts in a minute. But everything else I think that you would want to use is included in the free plan. You get a few more features in the plus plan, for example, unlimited charts. You can customize forms as opposed to basic forms, and you get some basic integrations, for example Slack, Google Mail and Google Drive. So I am on the plus plan, but I was on the free plan for a very long time, and you can definitely get by with that. So let's just have a quick look at one of my... So this just has a couple of dummy things put in, but just to show you an example, you can use charts to view, for example, your product sales. If you are logging your sales in a database in Notion, you can have a different view where you can actually then view your sales by product. And similarly with marketing, you can view how many times you've marketed each of your offers, or you could also view how many times you've used various platforms. And compare that to your sales data to see what's working. So I do think charts is a really useful tool and worth paying for, but you can get away with doing this using gallery views and board views, but it's not as easy to view at a glance. So this is how I would create things in my templates, like for people who are on the free version. You can see a roll up of your sales by product in gallery view. You can see I've got it so the all-time total is showing here, or the running total is showing here. And you can use boards to get a count of how many times you've marketed each product at the top here. So it's kind of like the graph, just you've got a lot of the detail of what you've actually been planning in there, but you can get away with that if you can't afford to pay for a Notion, but you still want to kind of get that visualization, for example, at the end of the month. So those are kind of the main differences, but you can do most things on the free version, so don't feel like you have to upgrade unless you really want charts, or even upgrade to business if you're wanting to use Notion AI. Now, I used to create a lot of tools using Notion AI, and I do find it useful for combining with databases, because you can essentially put in, I'll use this as well to show you. I had to delete a lot of this out of my system, but let me show you in my factory. So if I create a new offer, I'll use this one as an example and scroll down. I have this whole process set out down here using toggles, where within that I have buttons. This is AI. So when I click the button, I've got a prompt and I can click generate. And I don't know if this will work because I don't know if I'm on the right plan. And AI is going to generate output for me. So it's good for if you're using databases. So if you're using databases, it's good for, you can almost have a flow of prompts that you use, and you can make that repeatable by having it in a template so that you can go through that AI flow every time you create a new entry. So it's worth it if you want to do something like that. So I've got prompts going through all through this process to help me with different stages of offer development. So it is worth upgrading to the AI version on the business plan if you want to do that. So again, this question came from a member of my community, Notion for Online Business. So if you want to know more about joining that, I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll be back with more Notion tips based on the questions from my community soon.